What are you doing, Marv?
Well, hi everyone. Let's see, today is June 5th, 2003. Pretty hot today. As you can see, we're still working on the boat. See these, Harry? Pencils. Every time I need a pencil, Harry's got it. So I've got a handful of these little golf pencils, and they're all over the boat now. You need a pencil, they're everywhere.
And a tape measure.
Anyhow, we've been working on the motor well in here, and as you can see, no, you can't see anyhow, but it's a mess. Hopefully it will be finished. Right, Harry?
Indeed.
So what else do you have to say? I haven't got any words. I'm not a man of words. There's a big hole in the boat, Harry.
What are you going to fill it with?
I don't know. How about BS?
How about a $2,000 engine?
I think the $1,600 was more my speed.
What are you working on right now?
Well, we used to have a little itty bitty motor well here. We decided to expand it to the modified version of the new configuration. And
see some notches cut down there on the side that's towards the bow.
Yeah, did I tell you the story about the train termites? This was the original opening at the front of the motor well. You can see where the outboard ground a hole in it. Well, the new specs show the hole shifted further back, so we're going to fill that in. But to keep the motor from grinding a hole there, I've taken a piece of white oak and we're going to mortise it into this position so that the motor can have something a little more sturdy to hit against, and it won't hopefully it won't grind a hole there. Anyhow, want a piece of white oak, anybody? Can't have it. It's spoken for. Mortise a notch here, so if the motor does, put pressure on here, it's not going to cause any shearing action of the glue line or fasteners. It'll have something solid to hit against. So anyhow, I'm just playing little beaver here and chipping away at it. If you're watching this, Ed, we're still at it.
Is that the hard way of doing things, Marv?
Well, Harry, if you wanted an easy way to do it, you should have bought a fiberglass bird. Ask Ed that, right? Hey, this is more fun. Instead of polishing the gel coat, all we have to do is fill in dry rot. Anyhow, I promised everybody we'd have this thing ready by the 2005 internationals.
And the 2004 internationals or 2003 internationals are right now. About 1 month.
End of the month. Maybe I'll take a few wood chips down there and sprinkle them for a sacrificial offering.
For luck?
Oh, I don't know, luck or voodoo. Well, there it is. Another block of wood done, Harry. How many more to go?
How many hundreds left to go? Good job.
Well, what are you doing up front there?
On the bow, I'm working on the backing blocks for the port and starboard, on the port and starboard side for the small head sail on the 100% head sail. And I'll walk up there and show you where they're going to go. Okay, here we are on the port side. We've actually finished the rough cut plywood's all been fit, and now we're installing backing blocks below this. This is where the backing block's going to go, and I'm going to walk over and pick up one right over here.
We haven't seen the boat with the decking on yet.
No, we'll have to do that. What I did was I predetermined where the track's going to be up against the side of the house, and I rough cut to fit some plywood we're going to use for backing blocks, marine grade fir plywood. Rough cut them to shape and nailed them and glued them, and when they dry completely we'll fine fit them, and over this will go a deck, of course, and the track will fit here. So what's my project for the day? Welcome back to this old boat. Marv and I have a running joke though. We made so many mistakes and recorrected them. We call it boat building for dummies.
Head dummy right here.
Assistant head dummy.
That's me.
Hey, it's June 7th. It's a really hot Saturday and a cool evening. We've been about the last 8 or 9 hours on gluing and through bolting and screwing the floor timbers. And then we moved on to the mast step harness.
It's been the record-setting heat the last couple of days. We've been out here dying. I hope you guys are appreciating what we're doing, trying to bring this boat back to life. Probably hit 90 degrees today.
Nothing worse than trying to mix and apply epoxy when it's this hot out. It just flashes in your hand. And epoxy gets really hot and it smokes when it's ready to go off.
Anyhow, the West boys are loving us. You know, we're using lots of their stuff. Anyhow, let's show you what's going on with the boat.
Let's walk over and take a look at what we've been doing all day. Per the plans, the suggested location of the mast step is on the stem and forefoot, and we've done the recommended update on that, which is move the mast step to the bunk height. As you can see, we've put a really nice piece of Alaska yellow fur on the face of it with some clear finished silicone bronze through bolts, and on the back is a nice big piece of fur to help spread the load out throughout the whole bulkhead. Again, and the reason for this is mast loading in different sailing conditions can cause the fiberglass to crack under the stem and forefoot. Now, take a look at our floor timbers. We've got a partial floor here because it's difficult to work in this boat, stumbling and tripping over these floor timbers. But we glued, through bolted, and screwed these guys down. And we also had to use Alaska yellow cedar shims to make up for the spaces. And originally the boat had some fiberglass pads there. Like I said, we replaced them with wood. But we're happy. 2 major points of progress today. Floor timbers secured, mast step harness secured. We're making progress. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Marv.
I'm not a dad yet. At least I don't think I am. Well, hold it. This is my baby here, isn't it?
Our mistress. We share a mistress.
Right. Well, guys, this is the day. Today's the day.
Foredeck time. We made some last minute decisions. We're going to finish the mahogany foredeck clear.
Never thought you guys would see the day, right? It's going to look like a real boat for a change. Or maybe, I don't know, will it?
I think the foredeck will look like a thing of beauty. We're actually going to finish it clear and varnish it the way they do those old-fashioned motorboats from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. A really nice piece of mahogany plywood here. We're going to put a nice decorator strip up the middle where the 2 plywood panels join. That doesn't have our little artistic creativity here.
And who knows? Might not be the fastest boat, but it'll be the prettiest. And then if it's the fastest, it'll be the fastest and the prettiest. Well, guys, we'll talk to you a little bit later. We're going to be busy for a little while here.
See ya. This Rot Doctor glue is really heavy like honey, and unlike West, which is fairly light, easy to work, very fast. This Rot Doctor glue epoxy is very heavy and slow to work. So when you're doing stuff like we're doing today, which is gluing the deck beams and the deck panel, buttering both sides and then slapping it together, it's nice to have a little bit of time to work. However, I think most of the work's going to be mixing this stuff because it's seriously like molasses. You know, when in a fairly complicated project like this boat, mistakes are frequently made, and the best thing to do when you make a mistake is to fix it immediately. And sometimes, with the best of intention, sometimes stuff just happens. Anyway, Marv and I had a lot of fun about kidding each other about boat building for dummies. In fact, boat building, if you pay attention, can be fairly easy. To do a great job, it can be a little more difficult in terms of finish work.
Well, just for the record, folks, this is Smith, also known as Rock Doctor, all wood glue. It has a lot longer pot life, so it gives us a little more working time in this sort of big area we have to work on here. Now, if you're watching this, Steve Smith, this is a plug, you know. Harry, where'd you get those nails? Mexico?
Marvin hand cast them out of the spare bronze back there.
Hey, Mexican jumping nails.
Well, we're happy. 2 major points of progress today. Floor timber secured. Mast step harness secured. We're making progress.
Yeah, but Harry, there's still a great big hole over here.
But Mark, that's on your half the boat. Just kidding. Boat building for dummies.
We'll see you all next time.